whispers of desire. Chapter 1. The Encounter. The moon hung low, casting silvery tendrils across the restless waves. Eric Storm walked the beach, his steps synchronized with the rhythmic crash of the surf. It was a world of whispers, where the secrets of the night were traded in salt and sand. He was a man of enigma, forged in the crucible of tempests. His eyes, the color of turbulent seas, held depths that spoke of uncharted waters. Wrapped in an aura of mystery, he was a sentinel of ancient tales, a guardian of untold legends. As the night's breath played with his dark, wind-swept hair, he turned his gaze to the horizon, lost in thought. Little did he know that destiny's hand was at work, weaving a tapestry of chance and fate. Meanwhile, a figure emerged from the shadows, her presence like a burst of flame against the night. Elizabeth Mayflower, a vision in a gown of midnight blue, moved with a grace that belied her fiery spirit. Her hair, kissed by the sun's embrace, blazed like autumn leaves in the moonlight. Her eyes, twin emeralds, sparkled with a vivacity that hinted at the depths of her soul. Unbeknownst to them both, the strands of fate drew them ever closer. Each step, each heartbeat, was a note in a cosmic symphony, building towards a crescendo they could not yet imagine. As if guided by some unseen hand, they walked towards each other, the sands shifting beneath their feet. The moon bore witness, its silver gaze reflecting in their eyes as they drew near, two souls on the cusp of a dance that would change the course of their lives forever. The air was charged with an electric tension, as if the universe itself held its breath in anticipation. When their paths finally converged, it was a collision of worlds, a meeting of kindred spirits who had been adrift in the vast expanse of time. Their eyes met, a moment suspended in eternity. In that silent exchange, a recognition sparked, a flicker of connection that transcended the boundaries of mere mortals. It was as if they had known each other in another life, in another time. Eric, with his quiet intensity, extended a hand, palm roughened by the touch of the elements. Eric Storm, he introduced himself, his voice a low, resonant rumble that seemed to echo the very heartbeat of the earth. Elizabeth Mayflower, she replied, her own voice a melodic symphony, carrying the lilt of forgotten lullabies and the strength of unyielding resolve. She took his hand, and in that touch they exchanged unspoken promises, a silent oath that bound them in that fragile moment. The world around them seemed to fade, the distant murmurs of the sea and the whispering wind reduced to a distant echo. There, on the shores of destiny, they stood as if in a universe of their own creation. As the night wore on, they spoke of dreams and desires, of the depths of the soul that yearned for release. Each word was a brushstroke, painting a portrait of their innermost selves, laying bare the vulnerabilities they had hidden from the world. With every shared tale, the tapestry of their connection grew richer, woven with threads of laughter and fragments of longing. It was a dance of souls, a meeting of two beings who had wandered the earth, searching for this elusive moment. When the first light of dawn began to pierce the horizon, they knew that this encounter was no mere chance. It was the first chapter in a story that had been written in the stars, a tale of love and destiny that would unfold with each passing day. As they parted, their fingers reluctantly releasing their grasp, they carried with them the promise of a tomorrow that held infinite possibilities. Little did they know that the universe had conspired to bring them together, setting in motion a love story that would echo through the ages. And so, with hearts intertwined and spirits alight, Eric Storm and Elizabeth Mayflower stepped away from that sacred shore, forever bound by the enchantment of their first encounter. The world awaited their story, unaware of the passion and adventure that lay ahead. The night air held a lingering warmth, a testament to the intensity of their connection. As they parted, a magnetic pull seemed to keep them facing each other, like two ships anchored in the same harbour. Elizabeth's gaze held Eric's, a silent plea for the universe to conspire in their favour. "Perhaps," she began, her voice a gentle caress, "fate has woven our paths together for a reason." Eric's eyes bore into hers, his own heart echoing the sentiment. "Perhaps it has," he murmured, his words carrying a weight that transcended the simple acknowledgement. With a final, lingering glance, they reluctantly turned away, each step carrying them further from the shoreline, but closer to an uncertain future. The memory of that night would be etched into their souls, a beacon to guide them through the trials that awaited. As they ventured back into the world, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were characters in a story yet to be written, their fates intertwined by the hand of destiny. The echoes of their encounter reverberated within them, a constant reminder of the connection they had forged. In the days that followed, they navigated their separate lives, their thoughts often returning to that fateful meeting on the shore. The world outside seemed to blur, its colours muted in comparison to the vivid memory of each other. And so, in the quiet moments of solitude, they held on to the promise of something extraordinary, a love that defied explanation and a connection that transcended time. The universe had conspired, and now it was up to them to write the chapters that would follow. Little did they know that their journey had only just begun, that the tapestry of their lives would be woven with threads of passion, heartache, and unimaginable joy. The whispers of destiny had spoken, and Eric Storm and Elizabeth Mayflower were destined to leave an indelible mark on the world.